Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to LoreCrimes, and today we've got some sloppy toppy.
Oh wait, what? Sloppy toppy.
It's 11th, innit? The good folks at James Workshop made a video about 11th edition. What's going on? And we're just going to like slop tube react
and
to
add
what they
additional
say.
incisive commentary to make
Yeah.
it fair use, of course. I mean, we don't need to really intro this. We can just get straight into it, guys. Let us know your thoughts on 11th. Well, we're going to learn some new stuff, so let's hopefully develop some opinions.
By the way, it's over. It's over.
Oh,
Why is
no.
it?
No,
Good.
on.
He's going in with a positive attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Before we start, Eli, what's your misgivings towards 11th?
My gun don't shoot very far anymore.
Done it? I had the chart because originally when we saw the thing we were reacting was like charge is like it's not you can do it all the time. It's like there's a bit more nuance to it. So like I think it's given melee based forces a bit of an edge, but it's not as like it's only specific times where you can re-roll your charges, etc. I'm sure they'll explain it anyway. But basically, Tau player is like railgun no go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh
it
my
was
God,
Tau
bro.
victory, was it?
15 inches now,
Damocles?
apparently.
15 inch.
What do you mean Kane looks like a simian? What's a simian?
He does kind of look like Dr. Zaius.
Dr. Zaius.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Zaius. Dr. Zaius, what's wrong with you? They think you're crazy. 1 second
I'm of
opinion.
that.
You're so lazy.
I'm of that opinion though that the Kane haircut has always been crazy to me. That like mutton chops.
Bro, come on, let him be.
No, but like, how is it he's fancied by everybody and it's like mutton chops?
He looks like Andy Serkis now, and I'm not opposed to it. I gotta be honest. It's Andy Serkis. Kane is Andy Serkis.
I mean, thank God he got.
He's got that face
model though.
Yeah.
Is this a
Anyway.
live stream or is this a?
It's a pre-record. I think it
pre-record,
was a
yeah.
live stream, but now it's for viewing
Actually-
pleasure.
Spooky Kawookie in the chat right now saying it's not so bad. And I've had to play against this guy's Magnus like 4 times now. Magnus is going to be able to fly over buildings basically for free and is going to ignore all hit modifiers because he has a psychic keyword. So that's lovely. That's, of course, this guy likes 11th edition.
So the most
He's
important question
basically
from Tom about 11th is how it affects Andy's chance to solo. I didn't say I was going to solo a Baneblade. I'm saying between the 4 of us, we could definitely take a Baneblade because we're smart.
Wait, did we
We're
press?
smart.
Did we press play or is this like?
No, are you ready?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought we were all just waiting. Sorry, go for it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, and thank you so much for sending.
Please let
all
us
your
know in the
questions
chat
to
about
us. We
volume
had
and if
loads
you
of
can hear it properly.
emails and messages through Instagram.
Maybe a bit louder.
Taking some time to sift through them. There was some good stuff to read.
Yeah, we went through.
I don't know why-
hundreds of questions actually. We went through some really good ones. Some
It's all the way at
themes
the top.
emerging.
It's the
Certainly.
toppy sloppy.
Yeah, so we kind of compiled them together. We've got some answers for you.
Exactly. So over the next little while, we're going to read through the questions, give some answers, and hopefully tell you what you need to know about the new edition of Warhammer 40,000.
Thanks for sending them in as well, by the way.
Before I jump into it, how did your game with Aiden go this week? That looked
Who's
interesting.
Aiden?
Oh yeah, great game. Great
No one
looking
cares
game.
about Aiden, bro.
Beat him in the game.
Kill him.
They must have done a battle report.
Mess with Aiden. But yeah,
Are these the guys that?
into our first question, which is
Hold on.
announced ready painted terrain. Will you be also selling unpainted terrain?
Yeah.
We definitely will be selling unpainted versions of that terrain as well.
Sure.
So you'll be able to choose whether you
Forgot
want
that they were doing that.
be able to.
I don't buy train from GW anyways because it costs a
Or if
fortune.
you've got a battlefield that you've been working on for a long time or a
All
base,
mine's MDF.
we will sell
like laser cut.
so you can paint it
Mhm.
whatever style you want.
Perfect. Essentially, you can do what you've
We
already
don't
been
want to
doing.
undersell
Try
our
new stuff when it comes.
Horus Heresy terrain.
Next
Yeah.
question. Are there any plans to sell ready painted miniatures?
No.
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 That would be crazy though, wouldn't it?
Let's be honest.
well-
If you did that, then Golden Demon would suffer because then you could just buy pre-painted and then just touch them. And how would you do that? How would you pre-paint the minis en masse? Dunk them in the pot?
I mean, if it's primed,
They do it for
maybe.
like action figures and stuff. Those are all.
Yeah, but
It'll
like,
just be like that.
You need to revamp the entire system though, probably.
yeah,
And
You-
make a
you
whole new
couldn't do it on-
factory. It'd be a pain, I bet.
you couldn't do it on the sprue. You'd have to sell them pre-made and unsprued and Yeah, that would be expensive. I don't know.
Mm.
Right. Here's a controversial question. Who will be the next returning Loyalist Primarch?
We already know the answer to this. Who is it?
Oh, is it supposed to be Jagatai, isn't it?
Yeah.
In this supposed like
Yeah.
short this novel thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's way too
Yeah.
much motion at night.
August,
Chris Ray.
what is happening here?
Chris Ray, he said it was going to happen, and he wrote the Scouring, so he's obviously coming back. And he also wrote White Scar's book, and it's happening. It's going to be Jagatai.
I was quite surprised they didn't say there was going to be one, like, before this edition launched. I'm quite surprised they didn't say anything about that, which is quite good in my book, though. Let it breathe. We already have
Also,
two,
Mike,
and we've barely seen one of them.
Corvus is next, according to Chris Ray. It'll be Jagatai, then Corvus. So, and I gotta be honest, he mentioned 4. It was Gilliman and then the Lion. That's 2 for 2. He's also the one in charge of Scouring, starting off. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Mark my words.
We'll
I don't care what
see.
Valrak says. It's gonna be Rogel. No, it's not. He's one. Fuck off. It's gonna be Jagatai, my boy, and then he can just mess around in the web.
Well, let's see what they say.
Really sorry to break it to you, Adam. They're actually all dead.
All
No,
of
they're
them.
not.
I'm pretty
Shut
sure
up.
they're all dead.
Well,
Big,
so,
big.
Class is back as a tank. Rogaldor as a tank. If I was a betting man, you could expect a battle tank called a Khan or a
Probably be quite fast.
Manus or a Sanguinius at some point. Interesting that the question was who rather than will. They're dead. Wouldn't it, Eddie? Okay, so into Legends.
Imagine.
Powerful Legends. Eddie, what you
It
got?
won't.
Yeah, so Legends will continue to be supported the same way it is now. There'll be data sheets for units that have existed in previous incarnations of Warhammer 40,000. One of the things that we'll have when the codexes start to drop for the new edition is that you will start to see Legends units added into the Warhammer 40,000 app. So not right at the beginning of the
That's
edition.
good news. Not that I use the app.
The app will update.
I
with
do
them.
use the app. It's actually all right.
With them in your army that way.
It is, but I don't buy the codexes, so I use Neighborhood instead.
I will die on this hill. The app needs to include like a loyalty scheme. All they got to do is if you like when you go to Costa Coffee or Pret a Manger or Cafe Nero, you scan the barcode and if you buy 10 coffees, you get a free coffee. If you did the same with Warhammer and you bought a bunch of minis from the store, you could get like points and you could like get free minis. Or you could get like a codex, or if you buy something in like it's expensive, like if you buy a Titan from Warhammer official, you should get some reward points for it to buy like
reach around at that point.
Yeah, it's like come on, it'll be so. And I know that. Yeah, give me a little bit of a rub. Give me a rubby.
Give me the Bane Blade special.
Give me the Bane Blade sploosh. It's an own goal that they haven't like gone. Hey, the app could be. If you're a Warhammer TV guy, your subscription gives you a 10% discount, and you have a loyalty scheme where you get minis or you get discounts, or you get free minis, or even like because you imagine exclusive minis where it'd be like, hey, we're bringing something out from Legends. You can only get it through the rewards program by buying minis from us. Like get Carib Culn as an exclusive reward mini. People would flock to it.
I mean, yeah. There's only one reason this probably is not going to happen, though, is they already get people buying their plastic crack in volumes anyway. I think that we would only start to see the loyalty scheme is if the GW number for 1 year finally doesn't go up. So, I mean, I'd like it, but it's not going to happen until that happens.
The problem with Warhammer is that people go third party, isn't it? So if you're giving them an incentive to get a reward scheme, they buy from the source because. There's that kind of meme of like you buy your first mini from Warhammer official, then you go to like third party or China or STLs. If you incentivize people to get the Warhammer stuff from the source, reward the people from like every other company does this. Like, I know it's a bit of a faff, but it's not that much. They're a £1 billion corporation now. They can do it. They could do it.
Yeah, but they could do a lot of things, but.
They could, yeah.
I don't see it.
But they're also like, we're incredibly lazy, said Warhammer official. How is your noms, Eli?
It's tasty. This is dorayaki. It's very good.
You're just showing off. He's like, I'm in Japan. Look at this nice. I got it from
I
a
wonder-
vending machine.
This is also a mukbang. This is from the grocery store. Don't worry.
Oh, nice.
It's all
Nice.
in the app, so not at launch, but soon after. Perfect. Are there any changes to Battleshock that make it more impactful?
What is Battleshock?
Like,
Oh my!
yeah, leadership.
It's whether
If you
your
fail it-
units can score points from objectives on the game / use or
Stratagems.
you use stratagems on them. So basically, they're if you lose like half your units in your half the guys in your unit, sorry, you take a Battleshock test to see if if their morale is still there or not.
It used to make
Basically
people run away, which was
People asking this
It was a recurring topic. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so particularly coming from Night Lords and Tyranids players.
Almost like they want you
Yeah,
to run away.
and there are a few things that make Battleshock more impactful. The first of them is that you now
I
take
like the
Battleshock
chairs they
tests
have.
when you're at half
I'd
strength
have that.
rather
I
than
want the
below
chair.
half strength.
It's nice.
That means that if you've got a unit of 2 or you've taken half wound on a vehicle,
Battleshock buff.
Battleshock. The other really big thing, though, is that you don't unbattleshock automatically at the end of a turn. That means that if you go into your next turn and you're battleshocked, you have to test to unbattleshock, effectively, regardless of how you became battleshocked.
Prevents use of stratagems on Battleshock units.
Yeah, so one of the things people do at the moment quite a lot is that if they've got a unit on
It's a very good,
important,
very big Battleshock buff,
you
which is
buy
good in my opinion.
once a game stratagem to auto pass that battleshock. But if you're already battleshocked going into that,
I still don't really love the mechanic though.
that's quite impactful.
They should make you -1 ballistic skill to Battleshot.
Mm.
So,
Just make you walk the other way like it used to.
says, I love the new Armageddon, but I have a Dark Angels on.
Well, this,
I like
this might one for
person
you.
already.
This one for you, I think.
They were never on Armageddon,
It's
as far as I'm
It's
aware.
just a lore question. What the heck?
I've done videos on Armageddon 1, 2, Trey, or 2 and Trey, sorry. I can't remember like if they were there, fucking barely. I can't imagine they were. Let's see what they say.
But now they are.
Ever on Armageddon. So ever is a mutable term, right? Operation Imperator, which is comes in the Armageddon launch box, doesn't specifically cite the Dark Angels ever.
So no.
Cheers.
On Armageddon in the Crusade launch, but it does disclose that there are a number of unspecified chapters sort of at work there.
So no. They're in Dawn
Yeah,
of War
no.
4. Come on.
I'll be honest, we don't care about Armageddon in this one. We don't. We really don't.
I gotta be honest, I'm a bit annoyed that like we're going back to Armageddon and we're going back to what's the other big one?
Slop World.
Slotwell. No, because
That's the whole thing, Hal. Come on now.
Yeah, sorry. My setting. Apologies.
What's the other big one that like it keeps going on and on and on? Because Cadia's blowed up, and then we got Armageddon again.
Vigilus?
I guess no. Well, there's one in my brain. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm getting like Remembrancer because I'm like, oh, it's Armageddon again, and I feel like I'm double tapping because I'm like Armageddon again.
We've gone back to Armageddon twice, this edition and now this new edition, and we have yet to have a single new Grey Knight.
Burn it
Well,
to the
isn't the
ground.
Crusade booklet that was 10th edition kind of involved with Armageddon? Because it was like, oh, Angron's invading Armageddon again.
It was
we got new
really
Space
pointless.
Wolves, but not new Great Knights. Yeah, it was a nothing burger. It's a huge nothing burger.
Go.
I want to be like,
Armageddon.
return to Molech. Do something interesting. Do like Molech, Ashes of Istvan. Like, at least with that, you could be like, oh, the Chaos Forces are resurrecting dead Astartes and blah, blah,
I'd
blah.
just like to say that Andy has, that is Andy demanding something interesting, and you immediately go to the heresy.
All I'm saying is, Colin, like they did Vigilus, they did War of Beasts, not to be confused with War of the Beast.
Beast.
They tried new stuff. They tried Arcs of Omen, and everyone kind of went, like it's not quite hit the spot, has it? It's like
Because the
I
people
don't-
who write the campaigns and like this stuff, they don't write the novels. They're different teams. So the novel people write good stuff, and then this is just like, hey guys, Glop Shitto's back. This is the same. As in, like, obviously healthy criticism here. Like, I think it's very well stated that most people were like, did not care for it being on Armageddon again. It could have been somewhere completely new, and we would have liked that more.
Armageddon's so overdone. It makes the Imperium feel like there's 3 places. There's Cadia, Armageddon, Terra. So yeah, that's the only 3 places. Terra and Cadia's gone. So it's like Armageddon again. It's like we didn't need more Armageddon. I'm gonna die on that hill. Like Armageddon, we did not need a 4th.
So I think if you wanted Dark Angels or Unforgiven with an Armageddon theme, I think it's completely reasonable. I know I'm going to with my.
Benadryl Ghoul Star campaign,
some of the earlier
Ghoul Star
Armageddon. So just before the third
Halo Stars,
they were
something interesting.
Dark Angels in a nearby system.
I like those.
Maz Dragon,
Ruination of Baal.
So there have been Dark Angels in the vicinity of Armageddon in the back.
Sundering of Medusa.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so more on models that we see in the Armageddon launch box.
He said moron.
Multi-part versions of any of the units.
Fucking idiot.
Yes, we will. There will be multi-part versions of several of the units in the
nice.
I quite, you know what?
Not just,
units.
I like the push fit one sometimes because sometimes I
I
just
do
want
too,
the
and I can't
fucking
really
model.
lie.
Units that come in the Armageddon.
I do like the push to fit, but I do also like being able to.
This is one of the
Custom,
most,
yeah.
or close to. It says, "Is Deathwatch still an army in the new edition?" Got worried when they didn't feature alongside Space Marines in their faction.
Yeah, so we got quite a lot of this question in. Lots of you playing Deathwatch want to make sure your army still works in the new edition. It absolutely does. Deathwatch continue to work kind of as they do today.
Deathwatch.
So you can either add them
They're there.
into Imperial armies through
We hate them.
Imperial agents, through the ally system, or you can take a Space
They
Marine
suck.
as a Deathwatch Space Marine army.
We're not going to
You don't
update
get
them.
any new detachments,
But they are there.
necessarily in the new edition as it launches. But you can
Oh,
access
no new detachments,
all the very
but
Space
their
Marine
one's already
armies.
pretty strong. So
Right. Do you want to
Still
see a
got
live
few
demonstration
options
of
how your detachment works.
a Space Marine to a Death Watch with a human allegory?
Rather,
Mhm.
Space Marine,
do shooting armies suck now?
Death
Yeah,
Watch.
so we've shown quite a lot of rules from the new edition, and
That's all it
there's
is.
like a bit of a narrative, I guess, online about lots of them look quite favourable to combat armies. And certainly, if you've got a combat army, there's lots of things to look forward to.
it is a good question.
Like Tau players, Astra Militarum players, that sort of thing, are a little
No
bit
one
worried
plays Tau.
that their armies might not function
Mhm.
well into combat armies. They work absolutely fine. There are a few things that help
Trust me,
out
bro.
armies in the game in terms of how
I gotta be honest, saying they're fine isn't very inspiring.
I assume a lot more going forward will strip the benefit of cover from things. That's the way they'll
Well,
get
I
around
already
it.
saw stuff that was like plus 6-inch detection range and stuff. It looks like you're gonna have to do math with a bunch of your units, and you're gonna have to be pre-measuring for hours and hours every single game. Maybe I'm doom posting too much, but it seems like it's gonna be really bloated and
I
add a
don't
lot of
know.
time to the shooting phase.
I have to see because I think people will adapt and they'll just bring more stuff that's either like flamer or shorter range or I think people will adapt anyway.
I don't want to
It-
shoot
it-
shorter range. Hal,
It is.
I'm not. I don't want to send my troops to shoot shorter range. Hal, I care about my troops. We're trying to
Yeah,
minimize
my
casualties.
guy standing on the middle of like a disc objective in the middle of fucking nowhere in the backfield is so accurate, right?
As the one who doesn't play tabletop, I have a question for you all. Is it the case that introducing this rule, is it the case of, oh, I use a ranged army, therefore my army is worse, therefore it's not fair? Or is it a case of we desperately needed a equilibrium towards close and long range?
This whole like you can't be shot unless outside it, was it 15 or something? Was the
Yes,
rule?
15 inches.
I think they're trying to deal with the issue of like you set up your armies and then you're playing against someone who is like guard or Tau or like a long range army, and then like some motherfucker's got his toe pointed out and then you're shot from spawn, which again is fun killer. Also, you sometimes as a melee army you just have to sit on the back objective in the middle of fucking nowhere and just be shot. It doesn't make any sense. So I think that's why objectives have moved into being terrain. And then I guess I'm terrified of Tyranid players because if they're always in this like stealth mechanic, you're basically never going to be able to shoot them. But it only works on infantry. Only works on infantry.
I will
once it's a
say,
vehicle,
Andy,
they're fine.
with the current edition, with the current layouts, if you're playing it on like a balanced layout and you're not a complete noob, it's almost impossible to shoot anything first turn without indirect fire.
I'm just saying, all I've
It
played
should
is
be, I
Kill
think,
Team,
right.
and I have crunked the hell out of 3 out of 4 members of Astartes Anonymous every time with like a 90% win ratio because I hugged the terrain and then when they
Yeah.
got in my kill zone, I overwatched them to death.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
most of the layouts are very fine, and you can hide most of your army, if not all of it, on turn one. Some of them you can just walk up and not get shot at for an entire game, and then some of them you can get shot at first turn. So it's not a freaking problem of needing to hide within 15. You just need to like have better terrain rules. Back in the day, you just got to cover save, and it was fine, and it worked just fine. But now everything has to be line of sight blocking, and you have to use laser pointers and all this junk. Whatever.
Yeah.
I think
Would
it's
a-
fine, personally.
Would have been
The line of sight rules are the problem because you can shoot people's toes and wings and weapons and stuff. That's the biggest issue. And
Yeah, I
they can
think-
shoot from their toes and wings. Shout out Magnus. But
I think you should
basically, the
do it
max
from
range in the
bases.
game right now, is basically 36 inches. Like, long range doesn't even exist in the current game, really, with how the terrain layout is usually set up.
Couldn't they just have a rule of like you need to target their torso or legs? So if anyone has,
Yeah, that's what it used to be. That's what
I-
they had all these in the past, and they just got rid of them. I don't know why.
I just think they should measure it from like the base and then up.
Yeah, what I think they did. I think they are doing it from the base now. I think they're going back to that.
Because then you can have a model look as cool as you want and be like it goes over the base in some directions, the other ones doesn't, and it's not like no one's like min maxing for like, hey, he's got a fucking wing out here who can like shoot around a corner. It's like, okay,
I think that they are going back to base
good.
to base stuff, which is freaking nice.
We had there was a donation.
We had a
there.
few, yeah.
Yeah, there's a big one, I
Thank
think.
you very much, guys, on our slop stream.
let's go through them.
Oh my god, Donkey Kong USA, $5. Thanks. Stream due to how arming on his Geddon till he was. Thanks, man.
Nice.
I was not late
Nice.
as
Thank
well.
you, Doug. Combined is my long. Thank you for the $2. My flying demons are looking good. Yes, they are.
Yes,
they are.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm my
Until
flying
demons get
tanks are looking
removed.
pretty good too. Yeah, that too.
Ogreman 2666. I will now be known as Gallbladder No Work. I'm sorry to hear
Jesus, brother, salute to you.
that.
Yeah,
I mean,
wow.
that's one of those organs you don't need as much, isn't it?
Yeah, you can take the debuff,
Theory,
right?
I don't know. You might just have to.
I mean, you'd much rather have it. Don't get me
It
wrong.
depends how much meat you eat, because gallbladder is like
Yeah.
the acid of
Ooh.
meat. to
Oh,
go
never
into
mind.
my
I'm so
gut.
sorry.
Yeah. Remember, for 21 months, that's a long time.
Benadryl. 11th edition Exilite armor reveal 100% please, GW. I mean, that would be amazing.
Thank you.
I think
but
there'll be a
it's
kill
never
team.
gonna happen.
There'll be a
Okay.
kill team
I,
for sure.
I too want things I know I'm not going to get.
Yeah. J Townsend, 4712. Thank you for the $5 Greetings from Australia. Time to see who the running this edition.
You're ruining. Running or ruining.
CS law propagandist for member for 5 months. Thank you, brother. To give credit to GW, they did answer the fans.
True. That is kind of rare.
GW
We'll see how it
fans are like-
goes. We'll see how it goes.
That's Raw 668 for 5. I feel that when they do new stuff, it's just Cadia Armageddon light. We may need a campaign on because here's the problem. Like World's never set up by humans to force something new. The problem with like campaigns is we have to understand that there was like a delay effect with like when Warhammer 40k was new. It was like you had a few things, and then it kind of like jumped forward. Because then we had all these new concepts of the Horus Heresy and the Warhammer lore for 40k. And so now it's like, oh, what are the like vintage players like? It's like Warhammer, Armageddon, it's Cadia, it's blah blah. Oh, we know the Siege of Terror, we know Istvan, we know a few things. And then like, do you want to know about Nachmund? Not really. Do you want to know about the Arcs of Omen? Not really. Do you want to know about the War of Beasts? Not to be confused with the War of the Beast? Not really. Do you want to know about like all these new things? And like all the new things have just like they've not landed. And so they're like Armageddon. Everyone's like, hey, I like Grimaldus. It's like, yeah, Armageddon, Tycho, Grimaldus, Space Wars of the Months of Shame. There's a lot of lore there. But it's like, stop. The udders are dry. You the udders, you've pulled them off. That cow is lame.
No more milk.
Leave that.
No more milk.
Hey, James Shop.
I feel like
leave
this
that
is like
cow
the
alone.
This is
Marvel.
like the Tatooine. This is like the Tatooine thing. Like, can we
Mm.
just, or like in Star Wars, can we please not
look,
be in a
Yeah.
Darth
desert?
Vader's
world?
in it. Darth Vader's
It's
in it,
like,
guys.
well,
Look, Darth
Eli,
Vader's in it.
it's like I recently realized that Darth Vader is the biggest whore in media because
Yeah.
anytime you need a property of Star Wars to be better, it's like Fallen Order, or it's Rogue One, or it's anything. You add Vader in, it's like leave him. He's dead. Let him lie. He's like, no, we need to bring him back so he can be asthmatic. I'm like, I'm an asthmatic. Stop abusing
that being
us.
said,
That's a hate
that
crime.
being said, it still works on me when they do it with Darth Maul. So I can't really I can't say it doesn't work because it does.
Because
Work.
I appreciate that the videos that Colin has been doing for like Grievous is like, hey, Grievous love, we need to like shunt more towards Grievous because like Vader's overdone.
Grievous?
Good plan.
Grievous.
Good plan.
General Grievous.
General
That's his
Grievous.
name. That's before he became a robot. He was Grievous. Big boy. Who wants to do the big boy?
Thank you very much from Canada. Orcs. Bless you for the $50. God bless. I'm excited for this box set. I love the Orcs and the Imperium. Win-win. Let's go, boys. That's a big box set for you then. And it's probably going to be a good deal as far as Warhammer deals go. You get like two, I don't know, mostly kind of armies. I don't know. It looked like a lot of models, and it's probably going to be like.
Is it better than Leviathan? Because Leviathan was like Tyranids and Space Marines. It's like, is Orcs and Space Marines a good
Orcs
comparison?
and Space Marines.
Yeah, but is that better?
If you're an Orc player, I think.
Well, yeah,
and
but
it's like all new Orc models, which is pretty great. You get like 5 new characters, I think. Leviathan was a big box set. Dang.
I think
it was a good one.
I think the Space Marine version was stronger on Leviathan.
Captain Agamemnon, Terminators.
You got Carnifex and a whatever the new thing is. I don't know, the Leviathan one's pretty good. The Leviathan one, Loki might be better, but I'm not sure. I need to see a big box of the Blood Angels. What is it called?
Armageddon box, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Armageddon.
It doesn't have a picture of all the models lined out yet. It looks like
I can't give
it.
I know Armageddon lore. I can't even remember what hive it is they're fighting over now. Is it Tempestus?
It looks pretty. The Armageddon box looks comparable. Actually, it looks smaller than the Leviathan box. I only see one big Space Marine thing.
Yeah, 10 intercessors, a librarian, a captain, 3 Gravis heavy bolters, an ancient.
No Terminator.
At a glance, it looks small.
5 veteran jump pack, chaplain jump pack, and then the speeder.
But no Terminators.
Yeah, no Terminators, no Infernus.
The
no
Chunky Boys.
I had like a librarian and Terminator armor as well, and like other stuff. And yeah, that one was. I mean, the Orc stuff is really good. So again, like with most stuff, if you go 50-50 with your friends on it, it's actually quite good. Thank you, man.
J. Townsend, 4712.
Mr. Townsend.
More Aussie lore to boost some spirits. Spent 5 hours with a co-worker repairing a river pump. Half an hour of which was spent fixing a pump. The other was spent fishing in the river. Oh, yeah. We love fishing. Gone fishing.
Yeah.
Nice PFP. Mr. Elite.
Crusader Primo 1. Nice. Oh, God, sorry. You're mid... thing. Excuse me, it's late where we are. More Marine slot for me. That's all I'm wanting. Wow,
Yeah.
they will deliver.
More
that,
lieutenants, please. More Primaris lieutenants, please.
Yeah, of course. Well, you're never going to be wanting for that, so don't you worry.
And Spooky Kabuki, thank you for the $2. No new sorcerer model in the box. GG indeed, my friend. A pox upon all 1,000 suns.
This man has sent me his Magnus pictures, and they are
way.
Was that a euphemism?
I showed you my Magnus. Please respond.
He
He
showed me his
them.
red.
It's so beautiful.
Wait, Hal, are you saying he shared his Cyclops to you? What are you
I
saying?
can actually forward you guys his Magnus.
Blink
'cause
once, but don't worry, blink twice for help. He showed me his Cyclops.
He's getting his cock out. Sorry, what?
Anyway, let's continue.
Alism.
The battlefields and the missions work. So one of the things that definitely helps is that most of the time now the objectives are a terrain piece, and that means that to take the objective you have to be on the terrain, At the moment, in the current edition of Warhammer 40,000, a lot of the time you can kind of take an objective by sort of putting your toe onto it on the other side of a wall
parking the other
somewhere.
side.
Which effing
Very
sucks.
difficult to do in the new edition. Most of the time,
Glad that's gone.
objective, it will basically be available as a target to fire at as long as you can get close enough. The other thing is that a lot of the missions, if you have a combat army, encourage you to basically run across open ground towards enemy units. So if you can set up firing lanes appropriately, shooting armies do very well at kind of blunting that initial charge. So they will be fine. The other thing is that if any units maybe perform slightly differently than they used to because of rules changes, there will be some points changes into the new edition as well. So they will be fine. If you've got a tower,
I've heard that they have actually hired real game designers to make these rules.
They got the money. Why not?
As much as I am doom posting, I am still holding out hope until I actually see the rules.
All right, Eli.
It might play
verbatim.
better. Verbatim.
Tau
What is
players,
it?
don't worry. Are you going to hold that against them if it's not true?
They're just following orders. I can't.
It depends though, because if
There's
because
gonna be
most
a job.
armies are hybrids, at least in some version. So most people will be okay. It's just like if someone went, for 10th edition, it was terrible for Grey Knights, but then most people who are like Necrons are going to go, well, I'm not complaining. So,
Yeah. Well, melee never sucked in 10th edition. World Leaders just suck in 10th edition.
they
But
did not
melee
suck.
itself is fine.
They
Okay,
were
sorry.
horrendous.
Lore accurate. Like Angron World Leaders suck.
Oh yeah,
They do. They're absolutely terrible. But they like the meta World Leaders are good. Yeah, but I mean, when I've one shot Angron multiple times with one vehicle, so I kind of
I've been one shot multiple times. I don't play
Deserved.
But melee was not bad in 10th edition. Melee is completely fine, especially if you're a Space Marine with like a million unkillable units that just walk up and kill stuff. I don't know. Melee's fine.
So similar to the Death Watch question, I suppose, but are Grey Knights still an army?
Grey Knights are definitely still an army.
We just haven't
Very much
supported
so.
them.
And they will get some new detachments.
Are they
I
still
saw
in
them.
the
They're not
version?
worth talking about. They're terrible. These new ones.
Demons.
The
So,
speed, the speed they went part like Grey Knights.
The
They
new
just were like, "Fuck
detachments,
this."
I think, came out either yesterday or something, or today. Horrendously boring.
Yeah,
Horrendously boring.
I saw the
might
Emperor's
as
Children
well be-
ones, and they're okay.
Might as well be
yeah.
It
called
was
the
very-
Beige Knights. Wow.
It was very generous of the Ultramarines to give us like completely far worse armor of contempt to us lesser Chaos Space Marines. It's very nice of them to let us have that. But Emperor's Children have armor of contempt now, but only for battle line units and only if you're on an objective. But it's better than nothing.
I have my new army for 11th, Emperor's Children, so we'll see how that goes.
And they have a Terminator
Demons, well,
detachment.
Yeah, it
Demons
was alright.
into the new edition. Demons didn't get a codex in the last edition, but they did get their index at the start of 10th. That index continues to be completely legal in games of Warhammer 40,000, and on top of that, you've got some new detachments that allow them to do some stuff that they couldn't previously do. So demons absolutely continue to be an army, and will also feature in the kind of god-specific Chaos Legions
Thousands and
as well.
Death
So you can have.
So no new, they won't get their codex.
Yes, they're not getting a codex. That's
That
why-
was a hand wipe.
But they'll still have the most amount of attachments, and you don't have to buy codex. So
Is that a thing?
So yes,
typo, small spelling error.
units as spotted have things like combi rockets or combi scorchers, that sort of thing, and in the new stat lines, they now distinguish between what kind of thing is attached to your shooter, basically. So what we're not doing is going back to the units that already exist and changing all the stats for existing data sheets. But what you might see is where
Interesting.
appropriate,
Spooky
Cody.
Wookie says the new grenade detachments are good.
combi weapons might tailor themselves.
I don't think so.
Well,
Combi rockets is a great example. The combi rocket has a stat.
Fun fact:
which
you
has
never
an
see a
anti-vehicle
Primarch with a combi weapon. They're like, "I don't need this shit.
that
I need
whatever,
gimmick.
rather
Give
than
me,
using the
give me
generic
gun. Give me
combi.
sword. Done."
The next question, I've seen this one a few times. What happened to runt herds? The answer to which is runt herds still entirely exist. They're now 0 to 1 on Gretchen units. So you can have a runt herd if you like, but if
I
you want
need
your
to
Gretchen to be
I don't know-
and
I don't know
enjoy,
if Run Herd.
you know,
That's the orc
where
guy
they
who
even-
guides.
What,
guides
sorry,
the
I know what Run Herds are, but why are people asking if they exist?
I don't think they're in the new Gretchen
When will we see
unit.
a battle report?
Oh, there's a
in-
new Gretchen box.
So yeah, it's a
Interesting.
great question. So we will have a battle report on Warhammer Plus, which features the rules of the new edition. That battle report will be landing this month, so
Great.
in May, which is pretty cool. Next one we've got on here is a lore question, which is Armageddon the same planet as Olenor?
I mean,
Oh,
on one hand, that sounds something like heresy, and Imperial records have probably been lost. But on the other hand, kind of confirmed in the Beast Arises series, right?
Heavily implied, I think.
Heavily implied or confirmed?
we knew
Never
this.
really confirmed. In Warhammer.
I would bet a pint, but not
Does
massive.
this need to be longer than just them saying yes?
Next one is
Yeah.
will change in the new edition.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Loads of things will change in terms of the points, infantry up, artillery down, and so on. It's going to happen. You'll see them when they come out.
It's kind of like a 10.5 rather than 11, isn't it?
Yeah, especially because all the codexes are still usable. So
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
games
It's-
aren't
they
changing
just keep-
that much.
if they keep building flavor on what they've already got, then it just makes it better.
Extrapolate some of the things that might be changing.
I just want to go back to how the rules were.
You can still play like that, though.
Units that are very
I
fast
do,
combat
to be
units,
fair.
For example,
I don't think most people do. That's the thing.
so if you've got
Some people don't have ways to do that, though. A lot of people are stuck in
some units
like immortal competitive 10th play.
like
Because I say the same thing. I just say, just play on other editions, bro. And some people say that they literally can't because their community is
relatively
scuffed.
less effective than it was. So that might
Paul is bad at stuff had a comment saying like because they wanted like they always choose between like narrative or competitive, and the thing is, yeah, he says like just seeing it like in from the actual perspective, people are more interested in being competitive. Like that's just how it is
On
on a mass scale.
Orcs win Armageddon. They call it Warmageddon.
I think that's a very solid shout.
I heard we heard a thing behind the scenes like these two guys apparently they really think they're quite funny, as in like
Win Armageddon
but
outright.
it's well known that they think they're really funny or
All
something.
of the people they were fighting on
I don't know
Armageddon.
them well enough to answer that, but it's some tea I've heard.
Work on all those flamer weapons. Now it does nothing.
Yeah, so in the last
As
edition
if
of
flame
Warhammer,
weapons need any off
when you
anyways.
had a cover save, it was basically +1 to your armor save.
Yep.
And if you had a flamer that ignored cover, they didn't get that bonus. In the new edition, cover gives you -1 to hit. Most flamer weapons have
Automatically hit.
torrent and have ignores cover. Torrent is, relatively speaking, a more useful rule than it used to be because -1 to hit is a big debuff to units they're shooting. But it doesn't do anything extra on top of ignores cover. So when you see flamers, when we start to roll out codexes, you might see some changes to stats. There isn't a specific new rule for ignores cover and torrent that does anything extra that you might expect. Flamers are about as good as they were in the last edition.
Yeah, and they
Which is
overwatch.
the new rules, but it does the same. What?
I guess.
Do they mean like torrent automatically
People,
ignores cover? You'd have to say ignores cover on it.
They're still good.
Yeah, flamers are
They're
great.
just
Really
they're
good.
just slightly different.
We cannot increase the volume. I'm sorry.
Right. How do stealth and cover?
Cersei 7. Also, soul humor is correct. These guys are very soul humor.
Default bonus for being in cover for many units is -1 to hit. They don't stack. So if you're stealthy and in cover, you're not -2.
Ah,
The way to think about it really is that stealth is a way of gaining cover without having to be in cover. So you are stealthy enough that you are as difficult to hit as someone in cover, even if you're out in the open.
Makes sense.
Will orc units still get power claws?
Yeah, absolutely is the answer.
Why wouldn't
Not in
they?
the Armageddon box.
Oh,
Models are.
can you put
clause in the
subtitles
box.
on it, Andy?
There
If people
Yeah,
can't
that
hear
would
as
be
well.
that would probably be better.
we
I can barely hear it.
weeks back,
Yeah.
we've had a power claw option on, so there's even evidence
Oh,
of coming orcs with power claws.
Can I mix heavy bolter and melter eliminators in one squad?
I
No,
spelled
you
melter
can't,
wrong.
is
Oh.
the answer, and simply because they have different special abilities.
Yeah.
So the heavy bolter.
Do you think we'll see our first Primaris Space Marines go to Legends?
Oh, we might.
Never. Never. They won't. They'll
I
just.
think they will.
Will
They
turn out
can't. They
to
can't.
be
They can't be
used in
like, we're just
subterranean
gonna
assault detachment.
reintroduce
You will still be able to
firstborn
use
helmets. Don't
subterranean.
worry about it.
Which is particularly
Never.
cool because it
Oh,
covers
subterranean assault is so bullshit. Like I hate it because it's like it's basically it's like an unfailable charge in your whole army.
Combat. Flash. Desperate escape.
Like someone else deep strikes, and then someone else can be within like 6 inches of that.
the way that
Yeah.
It's so, and then they can charge. Like it's basically
Yeah,
like
but one Tau unit moving out of sequence was too OP. We can't have that, guys.
on a 1 or a
Red
2.
Terror is pretty hyped up. Not gonna lie, that thing is cool and it has crazy rules.
Rather than just losing models outright. And that means that if you've got models with multiple wounds, you have to make quite a few failures before you start losing them. But failing on a 1 or a 2 is quite punishing. So you want to avoid taking hazard rolls.
What is he talking about?
That's
Oh,
reasonable.
hazardous. Yeah.
So,
Don't roll a
how many
1.
Space Marine lieutenants
Or
are
2.
we getting in the next edition?
Ooh. I think it
25.
depends how many protesters show up and demand Space Marine lieutenants.
I like it.
God, these two make me want to end it all.
So, in fact,
Okay.
supporting actions, you could also roll into this the
Respect in a
The
video game.
Bugman's branded coffee as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the rules that came in the
Oh,
supplemental
Colin,
expansion
when you come to the
books-
UK, we got to go to
World,
Nottingham, I think.
Maelstrom,
Day trip.
Armageddon, Return of Yavin.
Oh yeah, at least once.
Yeah.
Ways
When
of
you're
running
over,
the rules
you stay at
of
mine,
those
we'll go to
expansions
Bugman's,
perfectly
bring
easy
Claire.
to use in 11.
One day
We
off.
should take you to Stratford upon Avon, Colin.
Hal will join us. We'll go to
Every
we'll go to
objective
Knots.
being a piece of terrain.
Fun.
Afraid I don't know what that is, Hal, but sure, I am down.
Get the benefit of cover.
Don't go.
i.e.
It's rubbish.
Generally, it does.
It's Armageddon.
For those units that benefit, so
It's
things
not.
like infantry, for example,
It
or
is.
those units where if you're a terrain
Stratford
force,
upon
so
Avon.
most of the time, if
Oh,
you're firing an infantry unit on an objective, you'll be at -1 to hit. If you have a vehicle, you can usually engineer it in such a way that you can park yourself on a little bit and have a lump of terrain or something between you and the thing that's firing at you. So you might also be able to get a -1 to hit. But you don't. If you're a vehicle, you don't innately get -1 to hit for being on it unless there's also in the
So vehicles still get cover.
Law-wise,
Okay.
do we know if any other factions that aren't the main ones on Armageddon have any kind of presence?
So we know bits, right? So we get some information in Armageddon Return of Yarick, which obviously puts the Imperial agent and a bunch of other Imperial factions present. So you've got obviously, I guess it depends.
I gotta be honest. Imperial agents are a really like big own goal. Like, I have never heard anyone say like, "I can't wait to build my Imperial agents army." It's like,
I
Yeah.
think they're cool.
That person.
I mean, they're
doesn't
cool,
exist.
but they're underfunded. They're like the council tax. The council that is underfunded. It's like Imperial agents in theory is cool, but they're not getting the support they need. Like,
It's
come
also
on.
just a weird army, but
I don't think it has an army rule.
basically not. If they didn't make it so freaking limited and they just said you can
Yeah,
put any Grey Knights and Sisters and like Death Watch units together that you feel like, then it'd be
Combo.
awesome. Inquisitor
Sisters,
units,
Death Watch,
like old Demon Hunters
Inquisition,
and stuff like
Grey
that.
Knights,
Just
weird
give them all the
characters.
options, and then it's fine. But they only
Yeah.
gave them like 2 options from all of the different armies, so it's ridiculous.
Put in a Juquero.
This is why we
Why
need
not?
Matt Ward back. Matt Ward gave us Jacaros.
Astra Militarum and Adeptus Stars are there in significant numbers. Adeptus Sororitas have been on Armageddon throughout.
Abdetsaurus.
They've
Whoa,
got,
I love these subs.
base operations there.
Dinosaurs. This was a battle.
I am the
Same characters on board with
Adeptsaurus.
Martha Davis and, but also the Adeptus Mechanicus have some holdings. We get some of the sort of factions that you might not expect appear in Imperator. There's some Votan.
You could put the
operating as
Blackstone
mercenaries
Fortress
out
characters in
one of the,
Imperial agents.
Votan mentioned one guy in fucking Ontario just jizzed.
What else?
Mr. Bones.
So Armageddon's kind of periodically
Wow.
invaded by
Look at
chaos.
that.
Why does he have that?
I don't think you ever,
holdouts from. the
yeah, you
last
never
Chaos
kind of
War, right?
completely eradicate the taint, and also if you've got lots of big hives
The taint.
Why is he coming after my taint?
anywhere, probably
Gotta be a.
I only bought this so I can
eventually
eventually
do a video on them.
Heavy transport is the header for this question.
Someone's asked, what did you miss?
One to hit
Quite a lot of rule things.
in the turn. I disembark.
you can't have +1 to hits from your heavy weapon benefit on the turn you disembark. The heavy rule
That's cool.
changes a little bit. You can get +1 to hit if you've moved a little bit, so you move less than
up to
3.
3 inches,
Yeah, up to
yeah.
3.
Mm.
Can't get it on the
That's
turn
good.
that you deploy, or the turn that you move out from a vehicle, or if you are engaged in combat.
Oh, thank God. My dude having like Tyrannofexes or whatever they are, like blasting because I've got heavy bro in turn 1.
So this is a question about in the current edition of Warhammer 40,000, most infantry can effectively move through ruins, imagining that they can find a gap.
The smallest of
Swarms
things somehow
can't.
can't.
It's not a bit strange. In the new edition, swarms are called out alongside infantry as a unit that is basically able to move through most types of terrain.
Mhm.
But yes,
All Scarab
Nice.
enjoys.
This one's nice and easy.
£3.
Will all boys still have the option of
A
one
good
model
charity
rocket
shop.
launcher or big
Very
shooter,
happy with
as
this.
none have that option in the Armageddon box set? The answer is emphatically yes. If you've got some lying around, you can add them into those units, make some swaps, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of ways to do it in the future as well.
I like
Hmm.
to
Hit me.
ask you which chapters are present. On
I like
Armageddon?
how Colin's mobile view is
Have a
just
short list.
small.
It is not.
I just
Right.
realized
Exhaustive.
it's not a
First
criticism,
of
it's
all,
just like the
this is not
door
all
is
of
just
them.
like
This is just the ones that we can find, which are named. Ultramarine
My
Sun,
bad.
Dragon Celestial.
Okay, it's
Knights,
just like- I just
Aurora,
realized that-
Marines Malevolent Necropolis Hawks.
Are these all the Space Marines on Armageddon?
Sons of Oral? Never heard that before.
Marines Malevolent.
Necropolis Hawks are Raven Guards.
Space Wolves, Sons of Gilliman, Nova Marines,
Master
Iron Hands,
Protolith,
Rumble Talons, Dark
Ultramarines.
Krakens,
Oh my gosh.
Dark Kraken,
Dark Kraken, Sally,
Fury, Storm Giant.
Storm Giants are.
Plus, we know there are some which are not
Bicycles.
specified already.
Is Armageddon actually
Sorry.
that important at this point?
Yeah,
Is there
is that,
anything
like-
left on
Well,
Armageddon?
it-
Space
right.
Marines?
Here's the problem, right? In their own trailer, they're like, it's just like a wasteland. There's been so much war
Yeah.
here. There's nothing
Like-
to win. It's a symbolic victory. I'm like, leave it. Let it
Just
die.
blow it
Who
up.
cares?
Like, are there any Force Worlds even running, or any Hive cities even putting in their numbers?
Me and
It's
the
like-
guys battling in literally the end of the world over the last Denny's.
Yeah.
Like, like, fucking let it go.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with fighting and dying in a Denny's parking lot.
Yeah, but, like,
But
at
in the
least with
Denny's.
That's how you
you
get to
have a
Valhalla.
promise. You have a promise of like some food. We're like, Armageddon's like, oh, what do we win? Pride? Pride doesn't pay. I can't live off good intentions, Marge. It's like I'm
it's
never
hard,
wondering.
it's hard to
Yeah.
believe that still outputting like the most whatevers for the Imperium when it's been fighting a war for a bajillion years. I'm not really convinced.
It's just like Armageddon, like in by their own lore, is played out by the point where like the planetary governor's like, I don't want you to die for nothing, and Yarek's like, I'm just gonna be a cunt and be like, don't surrender you. But it's like, fair enough, Yarek, but like maybe like do that big speech somewhere that matters, like by your own admission.
Throw your life away, do it.
Armageddon's a shithole and no one cares. It's
Do
like,
it, pussy.
it's like, and also I will acknowledge that people are like, why are the Ultramarines here? Surely they should be the other side of the Imperium, like second
Kill
Cicatrix
Calgar.
Maledictum.
Let
It's
Calgar
like-
die.
They're like, I understand that like Warhammer Workshop have been like, do you like Vigilus? Do you like this? And everyone's like, no.
No.
And, but it's not. That doesn't give you permission to go, okay, we're going to give up and go back to Armageddon. It's like, no, go somewhere
Do a war
interesting.
for do something crazy like a war for Mars or something. I don't know. You can't really write down that in the lore though, because that's too close to Terra.
I know Colin is about to do an eyebrow raise, but like do some like combat zones from Horus Heresy, like do Molech, do Beta Garmin, do like
There it
Remnants of
is.
Symphonia, go a homeworld of a Traitor Primarch, do something that's
Well,
a
if
bit further
campaign-
afield than Terra, and not Armageddon again. Because
If campaign books were like how they used to be with the Forge World Imperial armor books that were like extremely extensive and had 100 pages of lore and a ton of new units, I think everyone would be on board with wherever they went. But
because
the new
like we
campaign stuff nowadays is kind of too nothing burger to care about.
because they can't really do Badab because Badab is gone and now there's new Badab in the Eye of Terror. Everything's Eye of Terror, Eye of Terror, Eye of Terror. But like with the birth of the Cicatrix Maledictum, they could do so much. You could do I understand the War of Chagorus because I love White Scars, but no one else read it. But like, you could do like homeworlds that aren't Blood Angels or White Scars. You could do more stuff.
I mean,
on
they fought on Fenris freaking like 3 times now or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
ignore Fenris, ignore Ultramarines.
Okay,
Do something
yeah,
on
right.
do like the Siege of Nocturne. Do the destruction of
We hear this guy right? Ignore the Ultramarines.
They've had enough.
You're fucking nuts.
Kill him.
They've done
Kill-
enough.
they also
Kill
just
this man.
if they had a campaign ongoing throughout the edition, I
The
think
woes
anything
of Calf. There you go, Colin. The woes of Calf.
There we
you
go.
need to have a campaign start at the
The
beginning,
Glucky of Ajax. There you go.
and they need it to go for the entire edition instead of saying it one time and doing one box and one book and then never talking about it again. That's why no one cares. They stop talking about it, or they only put it at the end of an edition.
Do the shattering of the rock, the fracture of the rock. Give the Dark Angels no homeworld / ship. Scatter them. Your Primarch's back, but no homeworld no more. That'd be interesting.
No homeworld for you.
Kill the Iron Hands. I gotta be honest, like, kill the Iron Hands.
Crazy.
Make them a like, if we don't do a good job, this is what happens. It's worse face than death. Make the entire Iron Hands Keys of Hell. Make them a Phantom Legion. Amazing. Cool concept. Medusa's gone. Primarch's dead. They're all ghosts in the machine. Literally, it's perfect. Kill the Iron Hands. I love them, but we need to sacrifice them for the good of the setting. Let them die.
It'd be cooler to fight on another Imperial Guard homeworld, I think. Like Tyrion's first Catachan on Catachan would be cool. You don't have to blow it up. Just have a big fight.
Valhalla would be awesome.
And Nick Nack says, why does it have to be a known world? Because here's the problem, Nick Nack. It's like, if we do an unknown world like Vigilus or even a system, no one cares. Let's be honest. Does anyone care about Vigilus? Does anyone care about any of the new stuff? No.
When the game was good and we had Imperial Armor books, people cared when it was Taros, stuff like that, or when it was the Necrons one. I don't remember the name. I need to read that one still.
Which one? Sorry,
the Necron one. That's kind of retconned now. It's the only Imperial Armor book that I haven't read. No, it has the like scary. I don't even remember. It's
maybe it wasn't memorable enough. Then
pretty vague. Clearly. It's pretty vague. But things like Taros, people still.
That's the problem.
And Bad Ab, when Bad Ab happened,
number one Necron fan is like, I can't remember the name of the world.
Okay, it's the only thing I haven't read. All right, it's the only thing I haven't read. But people love Badab, and that was Imperial Armor. People love Taros, and that was Imperial Armor. The Eldar one was kind of mid, from what I remember. But it can be a random world if they just make good lore and good models and stuff around it instead of not. They don't even try.
I got to be honest. I was going through the Urdesh books. I'm on book 2. I reread the first book twice. It was so dog water. I can't remember my second reading or the first. I'm like, that was terrible. Urdesh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Iron Snakes. First book, Dan Abnett. Fantastic. Then 2 Urdesh books where they finished the first one. They're like, you got to learn the rest on the next one. I'm like, this doesn't deserve a second book. But they did it, and I've gone through both, and I'm like, this is so shite. And it's Sabbat Worlds. It's Sabbat Crusade with Saint Sabbat. I'm like, this sucks. This is an established thing, and it sucks.
You're just saying events and things. Like, this is like when I was trying to describe to my girlfriend like Warhammer, she's like, "Isn't it all just made up?" Like, I'm here, I'm feeling this now.
But like, I'll read the book.
This is all made up.
I can't remember the first book. It's so dull. And they're like, "Hey, you're getting another one." I'm like, it's dull.
I think people cared about the campaigns up until the last few editions because they actually tried on the campaigns. Now they don't do anything for them anymore. They're just a tiny little freaking lore blurb, and you pay $100 for the stupid books. Like,
I prefer 1 in 5 books as dull if we don't go back to Armageddon.
Yeah,
I'm sensing
all you have to do is make an edition long thing or half an edition, and have a very large amount of book for it, and come out with a bunch of new models, like they did with Damocles for the Tau. They came out with a bunch of new models. And the White Scars and the Raven Guard fought them, and there's a big giant thick book.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's all they have to do. That would require effort. That would require effort, and for them to make good writing and good things.
Not to
250 years.
Not to interrupt the the stimulation here, but are we even halfway through this video?
Yeah,
Barely.
let's get it. Let's get it moving.
And a lot of those are covered in the Operation Imperator narrative book, including like heraldries and things for them. So a very good excuse to paint that lovely Armageddon
There's a
banner.
surprisingly cool amount of stuff in there about like what they're all up to and where they're operating, and really gives you this feel of this sort of global.
Is it cool though?
Like,
I'm a Warhammer's biggest slop. I'm not a negative Nancy, but my god.
Hal is the sloppy toppiest.
I like it.
He's the
Yeah, I
sloppiest,
will. I
toppiest.
defend a lot of like lore Warhammer stuff.
Yes, there will. Most of the data sheets don't change into this edition. Most of the units are the same.
Most
This is
of
good
them?
news because then
Occasional unit where a rule might have fundamentally changed and their interaction with the game changes in some way because of the changes to the core rules. In those instances, there'll be a small change to some data.
Hal is the sloppiest, toppiest. Wow.
How did the Blood Angels make it across the Great Rift and fight at Armageddon?
It's almost irrelevant because no one cares.
Nihilists?
Like I'm just gonna say it now.
That's a really good question.
I can see the fucking the
Blood
death in the eyes of all four of us when someone's like, "How did the Blood Angels make it there?" Because the fucking GW said they did.
The answer is yeah. I don't fucking care. Move on.
It's not a character development. It's not like an interesting lore thing that's happening.
they
It's
wanted
just
to sell non-blue Space Marines this
Bro,
time.
I gotta be
How do
honest,
I-
like, does anyone care about the Pariah Nexus anymore?
Make it across
The
Great Rift.
what?
I care, but that's only because I'm reading the book.
Ultramarines
Yeah, that's
versus
cool.
Nexus,
When
Necrons.
they heard
Necrons. Yeah, but they didn't give it enough support, so it's hard to care when there's one novel and one little lore blurb in a book. Like, who cares? Like, if they made it the entire yeah, it needs to be an ongoing thing, a long-term thing with a lot of
problem is,
support. They
like,
can't do one
I'm
thing
gonna
and
read
then expect it to work.
The problem with Pariah Nexus.
we don't need to
is they were
pause
like,
this, Andy. We can keep that video
I'm
going.
just gonna say
Ain't
very
saying
quick.
anything.
I was gonna say Pariah Nexus. The animation's like, oh, the war's lost. Like, oh, that's not interesting. Then it's over. Who cares?
We got one novel, one
Um,
animation, and that's basically it.
It was a cool concept, though.
War for Armageddon, I want to say. First one?
Third war.
I liked it, Mike.
Depends
but
on the count.
one of them all.
Does the
it
first
edged
demon
me.
war count? Anyway,
Just give it. It needs to have a few books. It needs to have a novel series, like every other campaign in the
Like
past.
Godblight was good. Hal. Godblight
That
was
was
good.
good.
We like
That was
Godblight.
To be fair,
Like, oh,
the Damocles novels are written by Phil Kelly, so they suck.
Athena.
But at least they exist. You got like 4 Damocles novels
They may be bad, but
and
they're
the
real.
campaign book.
they are
Yeah,
real. They're
wait.
good.
Oh
We
wait,
got one Pariah Nexus book, and they expect us to care. Like, whatever.
Maybe not. Kind of
will the Lion and Gilliman meet? Vegas fuck answer.
Kind of did.
Or whatever. Will the rule book
Oh, hand wavy.
chapter proof that be available separately from the 11th edition launch box?
Short answer, yes.
They were so
basically,
quick.
Everything in this box will be available individually at some point in the future. The exception being the Operation Imperator campaign book, which is completely exclusive to this box. Also, the box itself is exclusive.
That's
if
true.
you're
If you are a box collector, then you'll want to pick it up. And like
Anyone here a box
All right.
collector?
Yeah, man, I like box.
All right. Thinking
Don't
outside the
even
box
pause
for a
it, Andy.
second.
Keep it going.
Box.
Keep it
Thinking outside the
fucking
box for a
going,
second.
bro.
I want them to
Don't
just
you're
release
waffling.
the lore bits on their own, or
Nice.
make a
Did
compilation. of, like,
sorry,
The
Did
Iron
a
Warriors
one
one,
or a
500
reroll?
worlds.
So, this
Eh,
was a
se-
typo
put them
on
all
one
in
of
a big
the
clump
website.
so I
We
can buy
posted
them.
it
I don't want to
as
buy a whole
reroll to
box
wounds, but
of
was wrong.
lore
It is
stuff
still +1.
with rules that I'll never look at as a lore
Now,
guy.
Also, if they could focus on one thing, that'd be really nice instead of 3 or 4 end of
Yeah,
edition
yeah.
campaigns that last for 2 weeks and then are done forever.
Hey,
And
you wanna-
MF wants to see 500 worlds, bro. I want to
Eli,
see
do you want to keep up to date? Spend
Necrons.
$80
Remove themselves from the board
every
at the
2
end of the
months.
And they don't even make a novel.
Hey.
There's not even a novel for it. It's freaking Titus
Yeah.
and a new Necron character, and you get 20 pages of lore,
It's
and that's
Necron, then
What's the
Necron, then
point?
Titus, and Iron Warrior, then Red Corsair, then Yarick, and it's like, it's too much.
Up and
it.
down.
Slop. It's
Ugh.
freaking slop.
So,
That's what it
What
is.
gets combat from a destroyed transport now counts.
You might realize, folks, that we're not
So
part of the
it doesn't
Warhammer
count as
partner
a charge
program,
bonus
so
because you
we
don't
don't
get
get
any
this
charge
stuff for
bonus.
free. We have to buy
There are
them.
actually 3 ways
Oh,
of getting
my
into
knees.
close combat. In
This
the
sounds like interesting.
One of them is charging.
news
being
reader.
charged. Another one is you're able to combat disembark in certain situations from a transport if your transport has been surrounded by orcs.
Yeah, this is new.
And the last one
Hey, that's good news. So you don't die when you're surrounded in a transport because it was always a terrible rule.
rationalized into a single universal rule for everybody. So basically, if you get in certain instances, units will be able to move if they get shot at.
Well, it's like an overcharge. It's an overcharge, isn't it? Now.
Yeah, I'm not excited about that.
You could get into engagement.
Everyone
I mean,
gets a
basically
surge move? Is that what I'm
consolidate.
seeing?
Transport.
What?
No, as in like there's 3 ways of getting into combat, and one.
Yeah,
that
but
is,
he
like,
said
oh,
he said surge moves that it's a universal rule now. Did I read that wrong?
Old enough to
Some-
remember the
maybe.
early 90s.
That seems
Um,
crazy.
will
Yet another melee buff that was definitely not needed. Surge moves are already really
are
OP.
any armies being squatted in this edition? For those of you who don't know, squats.
Can it be the Votan?
I guess
Can the Votan get squatted, please?
formerly known as squats, now League of
The
Votan.
first army to be squatted twice.
Used to-
That's
2002 edition. They went away for like a generation. People are wondering if any other armies are due to disappear.
There are no armies being squatted, and you should say League of Votan now.
League of Votan. There you go.
If only.
Very good. Yeah, not happening. How many stratagems will each army have in a 2,000 point game?
So, in the current edition, you tend to have 6 stratagems. In the new edition, that will wiggle a little bit. So, because you build detachments together to make your, sometimes you will have more or less stratagems depending on which ones you picked.
I'm not gonna lie. I want stratagems to be done. There's already
Or 9. That's interesting.
In its
you're gonna need to learn. It's already so hard to know all the stratagems of other people.
Our game's faster.
But
It's gonna be so much harder now.
I don't think it'd be that bad.
With a little bit of nuance in where that time is spent.
It was like I'm already
fair.
doing a
So essentially,
degree.
there's some
I don't want to
decisions
know
make
everyone
as
else's.
you're,
Because I think a lot of the
homework.
preparing what-
a lot of the good attachments already in the game, they're already worth 3 points, so you can't mix and match them with like other stuff. It's the detachments that are not well played already will be mixed and matched.
The force disposition you've chosen will tell you what mission to play, and that means that effectively it will tell you what battlefield to lay out. You don't have to-
I'm interested to see these force disposition mission selection things. It sounds like it's gonna be really messy, but I'll wait till we see it. I guess.
I don't think so. It's like a chart, isn't it? But
Be a bit faster.
it wouldn't it end up being like you kind of would play the same thing over and over though if you just play the same army.
But it depends on what army you're playing against, though, right? Because you have to meet in the middle or whatever.
Yeah, but like, now you could roll like a different map and a different mission rule, whereas this one is like if you're playing your friend the same all the time.
Oh yeah. But if you're going, like, I'm thinking playing at an event when you're playing against 3 or 4 different people,
Oh yeah, that's the only way it makes sense.
which is how most people play.
What?
You can't
You're
do
like,
something.
Do you want to do anything about that? And then I'd move another.
Yeah, that's why the game's so competitive, freaking themed. Because
Yeah, I think they're trying to get people to go to clubs rather than just play with your friends.
Yeah.
Because there's a really clear moment when that would happen.
I'm excited for new missions though,
So
because I don't like the current.
how do Leagues of
Stuff,
Votan
right.
army rules work if there are no objectives?
All right, how do Leagues of Ocan work?
Good thing,
Yeah,
Andy.
Nico
What's their
Biggers
army
gets-
rule?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't read the.
I don't know
codex.
either. no one plays it.
I haven't played
I
a
own
single
the
10th edition
codex.
Votan game.
I've not read a single page yet.
Andy, the army rule's in there if you can find it.
Right, hold on.
It'll be in the second half
Let me find the index.
after the lore.
Okay, detachment rules, data sheets. What am I looking
Army
for?
rule.
It'll be around the detachment. rule
Yeah, it's
there.
before. It's literally the page before detachment.
And then we should read a couple of donos that we got.
That's not in this. There's no detachment anywhere.
No, it's before the detachment. It's the page before the detachment.
Oh,
should be army
99,
rule.
page 99. Frick. Okay. It doesn't even have page numbers.
Man
Where am I
tries to
going?
read it and enjoy Votan book.
I can't
Challenge.
read. I'm just saying, there's not a single page number in anywhere here. It's like page 99. I'm like, okay.
You'll be near the back.
You get points for stuff for standing on an objective, says Spooky Kabuki. This must be very painful to watch.
Okay, we'll go to donations then. If that's there's been a issue.
While I
It's all right, we
find
got it.
whatever I'm looking for. I'm a professional
Oh.
man.
Benadryl, thank you for the $2. What's less likely, another human faction or Exodites? Exodites. Not gonna lie.
It's going to be Dark Mechanicum, I think. 100%. Like, if Ashtor exists and other things, it'll be folded into Dark Mechanicum.
Let's try. Funny username.
Do you want to take this one, Colin?
Yo. Thank you for the 5 New Zealand. Just tuned in. Looking forward to rewatching. Colin, your Twitter this month is very confessional worthy. I've been on a stream of like, damn, that's horrible, but also like it's funny.
I need to start posting on Twitter.
I mean, Hal, please, I have peak to share with you. Hang on. I'm in too many goddamn Discords.
Yeah. I don't even read all of my Discords. People saw it the other week and they were like, "I just read all the messages." Like, I don't care.
And he goes, I don't give a fuck.
That's not true, Andy. That's
Hal,
Andy.
please, look at this banger. Look at this banger of a tweet.
Pancreas no work. How I be looking at my hand after finger banging the gelatinous cube baddie is a picture of General Grievous,
looking at his hand,
which has been cut off by Kenobi on Utapau.
Kenobi, you are a bold one. I got
that is a crazy tweet.
Hello there.
I'm in the codex, and it's like detachment rolls at 100, army rolls at 99. Is it the bit that says forces of the leagues of Votan?
It'll say army rule. Like it'll say army.
It just
rule.
says
See the words army rule.
If you find
It doesn't say that. All right, read this.
Okay, we're moving.
I'm illiterate.
Jay Townsend, good to see you again, brother. 20 Australian, man. You are sending us to college and back. Thank you, man. Last bit from me for now. My best mate and his now ex were having a fight about how he talked about her and like how she was a killer of joy. In brackets, she was. He denied it until she called him and heard the Imperial March as her ringtone.
What the heck?
Wow.
There's some crazy stories in the LoreCrimes chat.
There's a lot. There's a lot in that one.
We need to buy you a beer.
Learn about this guy.
Organoff Y4 Mux for 5.
Yeah,
Pancreas,
man. I'd be Organoff.
Have you read the new Eldar book Void's Guard by Matt Brooks? Mike, I believe. I heard it's good.
I've not.
It's written by Mike Brooks.
I heard it was okay.
Well, enjoy it while it lasts, because
Mike Brooks.
You can't say anything.
I can't say anything, but like enjoy the Mike Brooks books while you can. That's all I can say. Who would like to read this?
Rodolfo. This is for Colin.
Well, I think it says Colin on it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is appreciated. Colin, pardon me. Colin, I would drink an entire bottle of Malort if it meant your pancreas would work. You are a goddamn hero, because that is, I think, like at a certain point down that bottle, cyanide would start looking mighty attractive. Love your channel and the Baby Mad streams. Keep it up, man. It's been a minute since I've had a Baby Mad stream.
That'd be fun.
Thank you for the $4.99.
Bring up
Thank you for the nice
Dreadnoughts.
words to Colin. Those are a rare commodity around here.
Around these parts.
She'll actually that picture every time. Slash's wettest gripper thinks you can take a Votan. This lingers with me.
This is a reference to our last stream, our last delusional stream. Thank you. Prime One Junior, thank you for the $5. And he's still looking for that army rule. I thought the point of Armageddon now is to contain the orcs since there are so many of them concentrated here. However, why not level the planet? Yeah, that's what one would think. Glass is like Goldenor.
Oh, you got to go way further, Andy. You got to keep going.
He's at combat control right now.
It's more near the back, to be honest, Andy.
There are no page numbers. How am I supposed to find shit?
Adrian Mayer 4683. Thank you, man. I pray that Armageddon gets sucked up by the Votan.
Hashtag
That would finally make them interesting, I'm sure.
Did Andy find it? Okay.
Is it the sound of a man finding detachments?
I'll have not.
Army rule. That looks like that's part of Crusade rules at the back.
It's page 99. It said page 9 army rules. It said it like hold on, fucker. All right, hold on. Like I'm just saying. I go on the index.
It'll have one big like section which says like this is the army rule. I think it's before
It does. It goes. Hey, look, army rules, right? 99. You see that? It says 99. I found the pages.
God, all these Gen Zs watching this is so painful for them.
99.
People
here. That's I'm on page 99.
Back in my day,
Oh,
we had the page numbers on the page.
Anyway, how
I'm gonna. Alright.
Alpha Naught, thank you, man. Cheers to you,
Thank you very
handsome nerd. Hope your summer
Thank
treats
you.
me. Thank you, man.
I
That's
hope
really
your summer treats you well.
Yeah, you too, man. Oh,
Oh, my bad.
Watcher in the derp. Interested. Thank you for the $4.99. If you could bring back one Primarch Shredder or Loyal, but in return you had to remove another, who would you choose and why? What if can I remove two? Can I just kill off another one?
Can I bring back the con and then immediately afterwards kill the con?
Yeah, true.
Shut
true.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you. Shut the fuck up. Like, my guy's in a whole trilogy of books. Plus, also, he's in like the Dawn of Fire book several times, and he's on the cover of like 3 of them. Oh, we gotta give the con 1 book. Shut the fuck up.
That would be his 1 book. He comes back and dies.
No.
Yeah.
Colin, hear me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we found the baby man.
Wait, Colin, wait for it. What if Jagatai makes an alliance with the Harlequins?
Is that it?
Yeah.
He had not a single emotion there.
I don't know. Just the way the build-up.
You
I thought
want
there'd be
more Eldar lore?
I do, but I want Eldar lore that's Eldar lore.
Yeah, tied to the best Primarch.
No, they already had that.
No, they
I
don't
want- I
have
wanna bring
Primarch. They're
back-
filthy Xenos.
I want to bring back Alfarius.
Jagatai Khan is my Aragorn.
Jagatai.
I don't need to see
with
Aragorn
the
anymore.
Harlequins.
It's okay. Like, you know, I had
Ally
the
of
trilogy.
the Laughing God. Hashtag. What? Hal, prove me if I'm wrong. What is the whole thing about the White Scars? Laugh? Something about laughter when you're a White Scar?
Laughing. What's the nickname they called? It's like laughing in the face of death. I mean, the laughing.
Exactly. It's a perfect fit. Harlequins, White Scars, the Laughing Scars. It's perfect.
I would bring back Korax and Lorgar to have them immediately kill each other, as was supposed to happen.
I would kill
Bring back-
Rogaldorn. That's why I would make sure it never comes back.
Guys,
I would kill.
I don't want to be a
Rogaldorn.
Debbie Downer.
Such a
We've got
shame because
20
he's so
minutes.
cool and
We got 20
just
minutes of
terrible.
the stream still to go.
Yeah,
this is-
So we got the question a few times from Leagues of Votan players.
I assume they formed a league.
I think they did. That's
all
what they
of
want.
them.
Oh, be quiet,
so
you.
The rules work.
God,
We
they're
can
so
fast
fucking
forward.
funny.
we can fast forward like 30 seconds. We don't
Matt will tell you which.
we don't need the League of Votan.
counter objectives, and the trigger.
Nice.
No one cared.
What happens to Imperial agents? The answer is they basically work exactly the same as they do today. They have their existing codex.
I'll be honest. I own a Votan Codex. I have no idea what the
So you
hell
can
any
still
of
put
this
them
means.
into.
They're not getting any new detachments. Imperial
that's-
Age.
They've got
Wow.
breakfast oathbound. What? Eat your breakfast. Why do you need a
Or you can use them as an army.
breakfast oathbound? I don't know.
Is that a
Okay,
real
let them
book? Is that a real
Because
codex?
I heard you can return models now with healing.
Simply.
Yeah,
There's a few mechanics in the game.
everyone has reanimation protocols, I
Usually
guess.
Previously, you couldn't bring back models unless the rule specified. But now, if you heal, you can bring back whole models.
So does that mean like apothecaries don't bring back wounds? They bring back the models.
Yeah.
Didn't they already bring back models though?
Yeah, right.
We getting the gash up in here? What's going on?
Are the core rules for 11th edition free? Like
What?
Yes.
Like resurrecting space
Oh.
marines?
That's absolutely right. Dark Angel question for you.
My
Adam.
specialist subject.
This is a good one for you. Dark Angel fan, what color of Vanguard veterans?
Why
are
is
they
this a
keen on?
question in the 11th edition reveal, like discussion trailer?
It really
What color are the Dark Angels? Holy fuck, bro! Do you have eyes?
Well, the green wing, they're green. If they're
First
Raven
veterans,
wing,
they
they're
wear
black.
stamina on
And if
shoulders,
they're
which would
Death
imply
wing, they're
Dark
white.
Angels that
I
they
look
wear.
now again, you know,
Bone.
Lord Channel. I don't want to tell you go to the
Bone.
wiki, but I think for what
I'm just
color
like-
someone is, it's okay. You can
But
just
Colin,
do that.
you got to remember with the Dawn of
So,
War,
an
Total
argument
Warhammer
making
40k,
about
Dawn of War,
I think
sorry,
the
4,
honest truth is that you
they're
bring
like,
either,
oh,
and
the
then the
bikers
complication
are
comes
green
in
wing,
because the
and
battle
everyone's like,
companies 3, 4, and 5,
fake fan,
they
they should be
maintain their
black
own,
armor. It's like, oh,
rank of
Here we go.
company veterans.
Here we go.
Are we assuming a creative assembly employee asked that question?
I'm just saying that I saw like they did, you know, the thing they were like, here's all the factions, here's all the units,
Yeah.
and then there were bikers on bikes with the Dark Angels, and they're like, they're not Deathwing, sorry, Raven Wing, fake fan, fake fan. I'm like, you do understand that the Green Wing also has bikes.
All of the
It's that thing of like,
Ooh.
you understand the lore, but you don't understand it as much as we do.
The Horus Heresy Custodians are the new 40k ones.
Separately.
So it's a range refresh.
What did you see, Eddie? Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that?
Fell off my
Man's,
chair.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that was really cushiony, but it was like my annoyance about the lore was so massive.
Was that planned?
It was planned. I was just like,
Clip that.
this is a new
Clip
chair.
that.
So like I thought this chair would have more girth. And
Bros,
I
Oh
will
my
say
God.
it's a really cushioned chair, so I have no injuries. That was absolutely fine.
Oh my
Well, like,
god.
It just fell off, and I fell off, and I'm like, I'm fine. I've got a carpet. It was fine.
How much
I
did
haven't
Andy have to
heard.
drink to endure this stream, bro? Oh my gosh.
That
What's
would
the
have
third
happened
choice?
no matter what. I'm like,
Okay, points.
I
How many
expected this
points
chair
would
to
you
be more girth,
if you were to work
but
out
it
No,
did
you-
not.
So they are about 750 points. So not exactly, but roughly speaking, you've got a combat
But
Not even
control
1,000 points. Damn.
of about
Yeah.
750 points.
That's not
It's
surprising.
Testament
on
to build quality.
the sideline.
What did they give an answer to what the third codex is? I assume they did.
Will combat patrol rules be in the Armageddon box and/or the rule book, or is the new combat patrol book required? That's the combat patrol companion, right?
So you
God,
don't
how many
have a
books
combat
and
patrol
stuff?
companion to play combat patrol. All of the rules for combat patrol will be free,
Mhm.
and you'll be able to get them in the Warhammer 40,000 app. So it's
That's a good thing.
from the data sheets and
They need to
All the
make
rules
combat
are free.
patrol.
All the rules are on Rahapedia.
The combat patrol companion.
Yeah, but they don't own that, do they?
I know.
Somebody in the gaming group is.
Saying.
And you've got the core rules, which in the
If
past.
more of Warhammer's free, that's always a good thing.
Phases of lore, and the core rules that come inside.
I mean, the codexes should be.
and have any lore.
You should have to pay for the codexes, I think, after a while. Like, just make them more digital.
Lore.
Well, again, they
Derating
are for free on Rahapedia.
the conversation. How much do you reckon
Like
those
custom
chairs
control
were?
controllers pick up and play a fantastic transition.
I don't know.
Nice.
No, they do look pretty nice. They also look like they might have just found them at a random.
You've got everything you need to start
They're
playing.
nice.
But,
Your army
I don't
also in
They
story.
look like comfy chairs.
It might be in the local coffee shop ones.
Not a big leather fan though. Leather
You
gets
got
too.
studs
what's the
on the
deal with
armchair.
Crusade.
Oh, there's no Crusade. I've heard.
It's a very simple one. First of all, if you've got a 10th edition codex, your Crusade rules still work. You can play Crusade games to your heart's content and have a great time with it. Crusade, like content going forward, you won't find that in your codexes. It will be
Yeah, real. I never played Crusade. To
so
be fair, but
maelstrom.
it's a cool concept.
Yes, so
that's where you can expect to
there
find
was
that sort of thing.
there was a really cool little set of rules in the Maelstrom book, which was Crucible of Champions.
Yeah, so
which-
custom heroes.
Yeah, basically allows you to kind of create custom heroes and give them cool.
That
rules.
was cool.
People are having loads of fun, either like painting up cool stuff or even converting models to do it with. And that's the sort of way that content that's like Crusade will release.
Crusade's hard because you've got to really like
There are loads of people
keep
like-
playing with the same people like as much as you can. Obviously, organizing that can be quite tough.
content, things that would
Yeah.
seem like
Every
Crusade,
kind of thing that I've tried to play
like the Maelstrom.
with that usually dies out, no matter who
Indirect
organizes it. It's
How does that work?
easy to do as a teenager, but as an adult, it's hard to keep up with that kind of stuff.
When
That
you-
shuffle was good.
right? When you choose a target, if you've got indirect fire, you can choose something that you can't see. So you could choose a hidden enemy unit, even if they're hiding way at the back of the battlefield, which is kind
Yeah,
of
that's
how
nice.
artillery.
You can't
Good
hit on
news for my
four,
smart missile
better than
systems.
fours.
But
if
I'm
you-
pretty sure they only hit on sixes.
You hit them on sixes, unless
Ooh,
you have a unit nearby in your army that can see them. So
Unless
if
you
you
use spotters.
That's-
Yeah.
Basilisk,
Like,
Smart
That's
missiles,
pretty
maybe
good.
smart missiles will ignore that. That'd be nice. 'Cause smart missiles are smart. That's the whole point.
I think Death Guard's Playburst crawlers may have just cried.
Yeah, destroy Death Guard. Kill all Death Guard. I want them to be the worst army in the game forever.
And they've
I don't
spotted.
Oh,
We
Have
do
we-
right now, Andy.
much more
have we aced it out of big screen mode? Am I anyone saying that?
Yeah, and Andy's doing
So
something.
this next question, and you could read this one in a couple of ways.
How
Andy.
aircraft work? I'm also interested in this.
About
I'm not doing
aerodynamics
nothing.
and,
I'm just
like, the physics of
I'm
the
quelling the
aircraft,
Discord
over
being
the
cheeky
wings.
brickies.
I'm not sure that was what they were going for.
What are they saying?
How do aircraft work?
They're saying
In the
Andy's
Warhammer
drunk. I'm like, no, I'm
40,000.
not.
In which case they move on.
Let's have a go,
Yeah,
Andy
they
said
work
red.
very
Oh,
well.
I'm not.
So all the planes
I'm in
and
a loving
everything, of course,
relationship. I had a good
basically,
relationship with my friends
start the game in
and
reserve.
family.
They move on to the game.
I just
through
like
ingress
drinking.
move, which is the way that you would deploy.
And I have a
ingress
haircut. Do you like my
reserves,
haircut?
Any other unit, then you can
I
basically
do like your
It is a
hair.
nice haircut.
get yourself
Thank
a bombing run or a strafing run against something, and then at the end of your
Also,
opponent's
check out
turn,
my
they
push
remove
fit
themselves from the
item that I've
battlefield.
not
Oh.
painted.
Oh, this is peak. This is peak. Aircraft are good. Aircraft gets real
Oh.
strafing runs. Oh my god.
Heavy weapons.
This is huge.
Oh.
This is huge.
Platform of heavy weapons.
This is
would be-
lovely news.
It's
I'm very
bomb.
pleased.
Oh, fuck your
Ooh.
tiger shark, or whatever it's called.
Will we see?
I have a tiger shark.
I know,
Julius has
fuck it.
Julius is painted up my tiger shark.
Your points and points, that sort of thing. The answer is yes, a bit.
but not to the extent where you're spending 1 point per period.
Yeah, we're not going back to the days of like I gave this guy a bolt pistol, so it costs 1 point. There are some big items of war gear that.
I'm glad that there's some
Yeah,
point
but-
cost of war gear. I wanted it to all be
Okay,
point cost.
The
at the
rules
end,
guys
to be honest.
was something like a Riptide, which has
Oh,
a huge big gun.
Fare diddly well, my Jincio, we
They might have
stand
a
here
way
on the
What the fuck is happening?
Andy, what are you doing?
hunting drum.
What is
We're
what
in
is happening?
shanties right now.
Andy, are you pissed?
Are we getting copyrighted?
Was that playing? I'm responding to red.
Is the bot
Keep it in
temporarily
Discord.
sell
That's
out
cool.
and never be back?
It seems to
The
be
answer
like
is yes.
undoing
Is,
the thing. So I'm
temporary
not
in
going
that we've made
to
a finite number.
send
It's
him
a
any
really
more
big number.
media.
There's, loads of
Ah.
them. But if you want one, we do recommend you order it early because once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, you can't have this one. This one's mine.
Empty.
Oh.
You can have that
It's
one.
just for show.
There's a full one on my
Don't
desk.
let them know it's not real.
Okay. This is the question everybody wants to know the answer to. How many Marnius Calgar miniatures can we expect to get in the 11th edition?
Great question.
72.
Oh my god, give me the rope.
Enough money
Is
is
there-
Calgar.
Give me more. I need more.
Give me the rope in the chair.
I need more Calgar immediately.
I'll use Horus Heresy units. Heresy era Knight chassis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will there be allies?
Oh, that was an
in
awkward
11th?
pause.
So you'll have allies in the way that you do today. So
I just please just give us back regular ally rules, bro. And Imperial
not
agents
going
would be
back to
playable and
full
they'd be
ally
good.
forces where you
This
have
is so
things like
much
Eldar
ass.
fighting alongside each other. We're not going back to the age of soup.
No.
So
I like the age of soup.
part of
I like soup.
is because we've been talking about detachments, and in previous editions, detachment
Staple them.
you sort of attach detachments together. A detachment is
They took out allies from Lord of the Rings as well, pretty much. And it's
Higher arm.
very much
so
changed
if
the
you
game.
had you say I've got a Space Marine army, and maybe you've got one detachment that interacts with your intercessors, and you've got another detachment that interacts with librarians. All of those rules would apply to everything in your army that's got the appropriate keywords. So if you joined a librarian to your squad, they would be able to benefit from both sets of detachments. So you can do some quite powerful combos with certain.
No one cares.
Do armies get any bonuses for not using all three of their detachment points? No.
No.
So use them or lose them.
Use them or lose them.
You really might as well.
I hope I can use one of them on like the Emperor's Children Demons one because I want to bring Shalaxi Hellbane.
2,000 points. If you play board games, you might-
I'm sure.
That
I'm
thing
sure
is
that-
horrendous.
I feel
That
like
stat
all
line's
the
horrendous.
the demons
only
in
impact one model
AOS
in your
/
army.
fantasy
So
should
there's
be
the
interchangeable with
Space Marines Emperor
40k.
Champion has got one.
They still are.
Call me
They
crazy.
still are.
Impact some of
They
your.
They are. They are, Andy.
Yeah,
Well, are
look,
they?
If you've only got one model.
yeah,
If you buy a mini from AOS and it's a demon, can you use it in
Not gonna do
40k?
anything else at the point, are you?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's still
Some of them.
it's still the same stuff.
Okay.
Drop pods.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not like
Are they left?
like
are they-
Beastigore type stuff, but all
So
the other
it
stuff.
really
Yeah,
is
it's still
weird, isn't it? In that
Cool.
it's simultaneously
More or less.
Okay.
incredibly
gonna be hated
wasteful,
then.
but also
I didn't know.
really like
I'm sorry.
fastidious over not losing
What is this? What is this question?
value. Right?
Talking about drop pods.
Most any battle you can imagine.
I just saw it wasn't
Marines,
40k and I
attacks,
went,
surface
"Ugh."
defense,
I've never seen a drop pod being used in
everything
real life.
we can. And that would
That was back in the day, pal. Back when they were like 30 points,
on a more successful.
so they were actually usable.
You have to imagine that maybe every now and again there's one that gets lost somewhere if the Space Marines all kind of died on mission or something, and then the local.
What was the question?
make
Oh,
a little,
nice.
little shrine out of it or something. But yeah, we think they mostly get reclaimed.
There are interesting bits of lore about the.
They're also like, how do they get the drop pods back?
Oh, yeah, they pick them up
The
and
deck
move them.
marines
Like,
retrieve them.
Drop pad, anyway, it survived impact. It's done its job, and
They put them in their back pocket and they go home.
this is a weird question to have on this stream.
Psychic powers.
Psychic powers. I wanted psychic powers.
The way
Psychic powers that aren't just freaking mortal wounds.
The main thing is that psychic attacks now basically ignore modifiers to hit and wound. So
Yeah, that doesn't.
mostly
That's not a good thing.
You'd have like
Why? Psychers should be silly.
Units. Now, if you have
It
should be
it's
your
still just gonna
brain
be
blows
more
up or
wounds.
it's good.
extra stuff.
It's still
It
just
shouldn't be
gonna
like a
freaking
bolter.
mortal
It should be
wounds.
like
Cover, so no minuses to hit.
either
But
use
also, if the
seppuku
enemy's got any abilities
and you
on
didn't
their
try to,
data sheet
or
they used any stratagems that lower the wound roll.
it's like
you can
100% accuracy. Blah, blah, blah,
When
blah.
playing a 1500 point game, which rules would be recommended to be used? Strike force or incursions?
So you effectively count as playing Strike Force, so 1,000 points.
Up to 1,900.
Up until 1,999 points until you hit the 2,000 point mark. And then
That kind of sucks, but
that's how that would work.
A 1,500 point game mode would be nice.
Do Adam and Eddie
That used to be a very normal way to play the game.
combos? So
Oh,
I've
that's a
been
good
looking
question.
quite hard at things that I can use to sandwich.
I'm sorry, I could not give a, in this whatever season of this reality show, I do not care for Eddie's opinion.
Switch. I'm looking to try and sandwich things in to get sort of maximum.
This is
weight.
not my usual vibe. It's just late for UK time, boys.
So I got a couple. I've been playing quite a lot of Space
It's
Wolf.
okay. It's late. You know.
Most
Colin's
of them
ill, and
are
we couldn't give a fuck what these two said.
They're not saying anything cool about 11th edition. Like there's
they're just like, oh, this is the same.
the
This is
one-
slightly different. This is the same.
It's rainy outside. It's raining outside. I'm excited about that.
That's good.
That was
And then-
raining.
Eli, are the Renaissance guys around?
We've got a video about quite soon.
I don't know.
Really, really.
What do you mean?
The Renaissance
One.
are the Renaissance fair? Are they here?
Ones for them, and I'm thinking
In Osaka?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Smiling Friends reference.
How much?
Okay,
Renaissance
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry, Andy.
I want to hear about 11th edition, like rules and stuff. I don't like if I keep getting things about the Armageddon box.
It's a little
I
bit
do
more than
find it-
Leviathan. You see that? It's a little bit more than Leviathan, and there's less stuff than Leviathan. I'm pretty freaking sure.
Armageddon in June.
eBay is your
We have a
savior.
minute left, guys. Hold fast. One more minute.
that's our last question.
That is our last question.
Well, that was your last question. Okay.
That was the equivalent of getting my balls very slowly closed in a door.
So,
Like,
if you've enjoyed,
I got something useful.
All
out of
right,
it, but it was
all right,
mostly
all right.
pain.
If you enjoyed watching this, I didn't.
I'm just saying, like, that was a lot of meh. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, we got some things at least, but nothing
There are
really.
some things,
overly
but
exciting.
it was more like damage control. Like, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine.
You know what?
This
You know,
is
aircraft are playable this edition. And I'm really excited about that. That's very nice. How
Terminator with the skull helm and the
Very
power
nice.
claw.
Please do.
nice.
Generic Space Marine with a flamer that I was given by
All our
Elementary
models
Games.
are in a backpack right now.
My Emperor's Children army is downstairs, and it's half blood angels that have been corrupted by Slaanesh.
What's he been doing downstairs with his Emperor's children? I wonder.
Been fucking them, Eli.
High quality stapler.
Okay. Very nice, Andy. And
Yeah, I don't
did
even
we
buy
have,
those caricatures. I put the whole army in my arse, Eli, and that's how I take it to tournaments.
Adrenaline.
Oh.
Syringe.
This shit ass
Nice.
stream is killing us.
We have 156
Dark
viewers right
side
now. I
is
don't know how.
letter opener.
Should we read our final donations?
Yes,
And then
we
we can
will.
Oh,
I'll start off. Grey Boss.
whoops.
Thank you.
Khan gets done in by an Avatar King. Shush your face. No.
2 thumbs up from me. Tom Nom Nom 27. Thank you for $2. Andy, are there any pink/purple Loyalist Marines?
Sons
There
of the
definitely
Phoenix.
What's the
And Dark
Byzantium
Dragons.
ones? The Byzantium
Knights
ones?
of Byzantium. They're more purple. Yeah. But They
Yeah.
are Iron Hand successors. And they have a seahorse. They're Ariel from
Sons of the
Disney.
Phoenix.
And
I
the
think.
Soul Drinkers, if there's Primaris versions of them
Yeah,
now.
Soul Drinkers as well. Yeah.
Size.
Commander's-
That's not Size. White
Commander's
Council.
Mighty Schlong. Where's the of Sickness, by the way? For $5. I've been dabbling in sorcery. I'm gonna try and make some idiot fall out of his chair.
That's a good donation. Thank you for that.
Oh my god. I'm not reading that. Andy, do you want to read that?
Oh no, this is for Andy. Never mind.
You can do it, Colin. Go on.
Donkey Man USA with the 2. Andy has been in gremlin mode all stream.
Yeah, it's been.
I've never been a gremlin in my life. Nah.
Thank you, the audience.
I'm not a gremlin.
Spooky Kabuki. Thank you for $5, sir. Aircraft can be as good as they want. Magnus still gonna one-shot the Tiger Shark. Yeah, he freaking is. He did that in our last game. Magnus one-shot the Tiger Shark. I was displeased. And I almost one-shot Magnus, but then he rolled the invulnerable saves, and then that's how it
I love
Before we
invulnerables.
conclude this stream, I want to do like a round because bear in mind I have no opinions because I'm not a tabletop player, but I want to go like Hal, Eli, Colin. What are your thoughts about 11th edition? Do you have high hopes? Do you have low hopes? Or you just like, are there any things you want to like talk about with 11th edition? Because we've had some context about how things are going. We know a little bit, and obviously until we have hands-on experience, we won't know. But like starting with Hal, what do you think about 11th edition as it's being proposed?
I think when it's like when people saw like 9th edition propose, like 10th edition propose, it was always like, oh my god, it's gonna fucking be the worst version of something ever. I think it's only gonna be a slightly better version of 10th, and that's the only thing I can say about it. In terms of like, obviously, most people who play Warhammer play as in like they're into 10th. That's kind of the vibe. That's what people like at the moment. They like the competitiveness, and if they just keep building on it, give it more depth, and just find a way to make it more balanced and fair, then what's really to complain about? I think obviously if people enjoyed the more like narrative, the more depth the game had before, I don't think we're ever going to return to that because obviously it's not as niche. So
before we get to Eli, I know you're a big fan of 8th edition. I know 10th edition was all like, let's streamline the process. As a bumpkin myself, who doesn't understand the nuance, can you explain to us the difference between 8th to 10th and what the impact will be? Because I assume that and 9th, but like Games Workshop is trying to make it accessible for new players, but also cater to hardcore. But it sounds like from what you said that like 10th edition went casual and they made it too generic, and you couldn't have some of the fun stuff in 8th edition. Would you be able to like tell us a little bit about your experience in that regard?
And he's an interviewer now.
What do you think? Yeah. What do you think then, Eli?
I thought that was for you, Mr. Hal, but sure.
Oh, I thought you said Eli. He said Eli.
Sorry.
Because you like 8th edition, right?
No, I like 9th edition. I hated 8th edition. 8th edition was poo and butt. It was poo from
What's the one with the Mantis Warriors?
6th?
What?
You think there's 6th edition?
Like 7th edition and before.
Oh, it was even more. Oh, well, 7th to 10th then. Okay.
6th edition and before that was good Warhammer. 7th was bad, unless you play with certain friends. 8th was really lame and boring and sucked. 9th brought back a little bit of what the game used to be, and then 10th took away what was good about 9th and kept a lot of the things that were still not great about it and made it like very competitive, I guess. What was the question again?
Obviously, like 10th was trying to streamline the settings so that new people could get into it. but obviously the hardcore players would have been left in the dust. So, like, with what you've heard with 11th edition, do you think this is a good direction? Do you think it's a bad? Do you think it's becoming too casual? Do you think it's throwing a bone to old school players, or what do you think?
Maybe it's depends on what you mean by casual, I guess, because it's meant to not be casual. It's meant to be competitive and hyper balanced. But as a new player, I don't think 10th edition is actually easy to get into. Like, the rules aren't any easier to learn. And if you want to play it at an event, it's way harder to play it at an event and not just get completely destroyed, because you have to learn so many things about other armies, and you have to learn all the layouts and how to play all the different missions. The game's actually much more complicated in that sense than it used to be. It just is way less complicated when it comes to game rules and like extra fun things that you get to do. Yeah, there's still a lot of like complicatedness with. It's basically just like you have to study and do homework to be good at it, instead of before it was more like you had to practice. But I think that 11th edition will be slightly better than 10th edition. I think 10th edition is mid, and I think 11th edition will also be mid, but I think it'll be slightly better mid, because they may be fixing a few things and adding a few more fun things, like different points for different war gear. At least kind of. I don't know. Losing point costed war gear really freaking sucked, and I want them to bring it back. I don't want every single guardsman squad to have 2 melta guns and 2 plasma guns.
Oh, Eli, I have a question. What do you think about they've taken the Vestorians out of Legends and they're republishing them? Is that good?
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's what they're doing. They're giving you one time, like they're putting them on the web store one time to buy at an exuberant cost.
Is that a good thing? Because like I gotta be honest, like as like
I want more of a story.
vanilla cinnamon vanilla man, I'm like, oh, that seems like a good thing, because it's like I want Votan, not Votan. I
really want them to fix the Imperial freaking Guard, because the Imperial Guard rules are dog poo right now, and it's just, and you're taking all 3 regiments, because they only support 3 regiments nowadays, but you're mixing them all together as one thing, and it's stupid.
Yeah,
and looks dumb. But yeah, I would love it if they would release all the other regiments and make guardsmen units generic again, instead of this is a Cadian unit and this is a Catachan unit. Just make them generic guardsmen, and you can run them however you want. And then maybe if you want to have unique units for regiments, do that, because that's cool too. And I mean, in 9th edition stuff, they had multiple different ways to play different attachments or different regiments and different rules. And back in the day, you had characters for lots of different regiments. Sorry, I don't know. But anyways, Braden the other day mathed out how much it would cost him to get these guardsmen. To get around 900 points of these restoring guardsmen, it was over $2,000 to get less than half of the Restorians. So,
yeah.
You buy so many lieutenants.
That's why I buy recast.
Pain. Colin, what do you think then? Because obviously you dabbled a little bit. You have a channel where you go over rules quite a lot.
You know, I'm gonna bring some positivity in. You know, I like the detachment system idea. I'm gonna be honest. Which I did notice that in terms of this reveal, whatever the fuck we just watched, I don't believe I heard a single mention of. Very interesting, but I learned the Dark Angels are green.
Yeah.
But the detachment system seems pretty cool. I'm excited to see like how you can mix and match. I think that's legitimately. I think GW probably did it on accident, but they found like the easiest system to fine tune. Because like, say, I think it's like right now, like the most expensive detachments, like it might be like a 3.1 or something like that, or I think it's like, if I remember correctly from Adepticon, it's like you get up to 3 detachment points basically to pick either, you know, one detachment that's like 2 points and then or 3 that are 1 point, some shit like that. I think that'll be very easy to balance when it comes out, because they can just like say, okay, now you have a limit of 5 points, but we're upping the point cost of a couple other ones or something like that. So I'm excited for that. I'm honestly not too pressed on the shooting thing. I'm not in tune enough with rules to be able to say like how specific people will be fucked. Obviously, shooting armies are going to be worse off, but I to some extent I appreciate it. Like it's encouraging you to actually use buildings beyond brick. Like it's a wall, or I have to worry about going around it. It did, you know, it gives the terrain some more, I don't know, impact than you get a +1 to a save. It's like, yeah, you're in the building that you haven't shot yet. They don't know you're there. That that seems. I'm not told. I'm hesitant on it, but I'm hesitantly excited. Sure, I'm excited for more Marine releases.
Lieutenant, my beloved.
Please,
wait, Colin.
Dark Eldar refresh. They need now. It's their turn.
It's coming.
To give you a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. Now they've done the lieutenant stuff. Just imagine. Picture the scene. 3 times more of those, but it's Space Marine not lieutenants, sergeants, and veteran sergeants. Space Marine sergeant with jetpack. Space Marine sergeant with lightning claws. Space Marine sergeant with gravis armor. Space Marine sergeant with intercessor. Everything you'd imagine. Space Marine sergeant with sword and bolter. Space Marine sergeant with heavy bolter. 2 a week.
This guy just seems to be giving GW ideas at this point. We gotta stop him.
Space Marine sergeant with graviton gun. Yeah, la 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 la. It'd be good.
All right.
Colin's just done. He's just done. He's like, fuck this.
I think we got one more. I think we got one more donation to read, and then we do. It's Drakenschlag.
Drakenschlag, hey man.
Oh, thank you for the $5. What's up, Gooners? It's been a minute. Shout out to my rival, Gold Yaz. Thank you.
Good to see you, man. We just absolutely our brains have been melted by this fuckery we just watched. I can't get this life back, from these. They're stolen by these 2 guys. So, yeah, pain. It's all good. I think we're excited that. Well, we'll say it can only be better than 10th.
I mean, every edition has ups and downs.
Yep.
And as long as they keep making new books that are fun, even if there are dog water ones, fair enough. You can't win every time. Just give us some new books that are fun. We don't mind.
Give me the next Scouring book. Fuck, it's been like 6 months.
Bring back Jagged Eye, please.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay.
It'd be lovely. Lovely.
And we'll be back for Warhammer Skulls in like 12 hours or something, right?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
A little more than
tomorrow,
that, like 16 hours or something. It's
Yeah.
like the same freaking day for me. It's going to be 1 a.m. tonight for me. I'm streaming again in the same day, basically.
Eli, it's 1 a.m. here. What's the problem?
Okay.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock here. All right, thank you everyone for listening, for watching, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. See you in a bit.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
I
Bye.
love you. Like those